Welcome to Descent into Madness, plays the Saturnine Chalice. Are you okay? Are you afraid of your reality? You should be afraid of the things that are in the light and in the dark, because there are things that creep and crawl within it. Because, like madness, reality is a prison. You should be afraid of its warden. Welcome back to another episode of the Saturnine Chalice. Last time, our dear, sweet Smoky Dokies, even as I read that makes me laugh, took off on a trip to New York City, the promise of a very large and fat recording contract for 5 years. And in the first year, you'll be making as much as $10,000 each. But along the way, they hit a bit of a snag. Fuel line had snapped. Well, cut by a piece of rock.
What's going on?
Fuel line's been cut.
From there, they noticed that there was a house not too far away from them. And they decided to make their way to it in order to seek some help. Maybe possibly something to repair the fuel line, get some gas. Who knows what kind of help that they could get. What they came upon was a very well-to-do house with pretty rich inlines, and in itself a perpendicular, almost circle-like property. Strange, who has property like that? But for all of them, as they reached the door, they spoke to a kindly older gentleman by the name of Jeremiah, the butler of the house, as you would say, who led the women into the house to have a seat onto the couch in the lounge, waiting for his master to come introduce himself, while he went with the gentleman over to the garage in order to seek for gasoline, as well as some parts to repair the vehicle itself. Ultimately, well, something arrived. Killing Jeremiah, tearing him to shreds, leaving nothing left. Well, at least that's what Lord saw. And then later Ricky. No body, no mess, no fuss. And as they stood there, the door of the garage reopened as Jeremiah walked back in, looked at both of them, and said, "Can I help you, gentlemen?"
Wait a minute. You were just here.
I'm sorry. I was coming down here to help you get some gas, if I remember correctly.
We walked down here together.
You must have gotten a jump on me. I might have had to attend to something to the flower bed. You were still shaken up by the events of what happened, so I need you to roll sanity for me, please.
Whammies.
That's great.
Okay. Not another.
You're going to lose 4. I need you to do a knowledge roll for me, because we need to see if you can comprehend what you saw. Whenever you see horrific things in this game, you better hope that you're not very smart. Because the thing is that if you do comprehend what you see, and by the fist I can tell that he didn't, he's going to repress this deep, deep into his head.
Ricky takes out the old flask one more time and stays hydrated.
On your water. You drink the water that somehow manages to soothe your nerves as both of you stand there with Jeremiah both looking at you a little confused as he goes, "What? Were you able to find gas or anything to help repair the car?"
No, you only had 2 empty hands, sir. So, you haven't been able to find anything. Ricky, did you have the tape?
I got the tape. I got the line hooked up for a siphon. We could always try to get what's out of the tank there, but I think we have to start the car.
You go over to start the car. You notice the key is in the ignition. You turn it over. Nothing happens.
Well, crap.
When's the next delivery?
I would have to check the sheet, but probably not for another 2-3 weeks. There is a telephone in the house if you'd like to use it to call somebody.
I think we best do that post haste.
You even try to mess with the fuel pump to try to siphon out some of the fuel, and as you do, it's bone dry as well too. And Jeremiah sits there and he goes, yeah, let me take you back up to the house. There's a phone you could use and see if you can call a garage or something. Pause there as we head back to our 2 ladies sitting in the lounge. The fire burns. You notice an ashtray sitting on a coffee table with a cigar, a fresh cigar, sitting in it, burning. Smell a little bit of incense, some other nice smells here and there. But can you both give me a spot hidden roll, please, as you sit there?
That is good. Okay. I saved, I believe. Yes.
What did you roll?
1.
Oh, so you got an extreme success. Great.
Extreme.
What did you roll there, Florence?
85.
What's your spot hidden at?
50.
Good. Okay, you didn't fumble. If your base skill is not over 50 and you roll in the 80s to 90s range, that automatically counts as a fumble for this game, which is a critical failure, is what we call it. You don't notice anything. It's been a long day and driving, and you're sitting there, and this whole situation of fuel being out of this car kind of puts you off. But for you, dear Holly, as you sit there and you look at all this very finite stuff, I mean, there's huge paintings on the wall, each of them depicting different things. The biggest one that you notice is the one over the fireplace that looks to be a woman, probably in her early 40s, maybe late 30s. It's a portrait of her sitting down in one of the chairs that you can kind of guess is sitting in the corner of the room that was painted. It is massive over this fireplace. And then you notice some other photos on the walls. You see an older gentleman who's probably early 60s, maybe late 50s, very well kept hair, very clean, very rich suit. And then one other of the photos is that you notice a very, very beautiful young girl displayed in them. One is just with her and this very fine cut gentleman, and then one that appears to be her in a graduation cap holding a diploma. But regardless of the photos, you also look at the furniture again, and you notice that some of them are covered in white sheets. You also see a finite layer of dust on the floor and even on some of the furniture. And as you look over towards the ashtray, you look at the cigar, and it smells like a cigar, but it doesn't stop burning. It's not getting shorter. It remains exactly the same length as it was before. And as you both sit there, waiting for whoever is going to arrive, you begin to see a gentleman, a little bit younger than Jeremiah that you'd originally seen before, very fine kept suit and everything, steps into the room, and he goes, Jeremiah told me that I had guests today. Are you them?
Oh, sir, our car just broke down about a mile from here or so. Yes, and we've just been waiting for Jeremiah, as you say, to fill up our gas tank or whatever. I don't know cars.
So he's probably seeking out some gas for you all, or whatever it is
Yeah.
that you need to repair your vehicle.
Yeah.
Yes.
As you both sit there, you also see two women enter into the room from the dining room area. One of them is dressed in a full maid outfit, and the man that is standing in front of you looks over and goes, Rosemary, did you bring them drinks? Jeremiah, make sure that they have drinks. And Rosemary goes, yes, tea and water. I made sure to bring enough. They told me that there were 2 other guests as well.
Oh.
And she brings a tray forward and provides you both with cups of tea and water as well. And the other woman, though, the one that you, even with Rosemary stepping into the room, the other one you notice more. Because if you were to step into a crowded room and you saw her, you would instantly pick up her. Because she is beautiful, gorgeous even. She's fine porcelain skin, ruby lipstick, natural kind of looks that probably don't require much makeup. And she also appears to have ash in her hair, white ash. It almost tends to trickle down on her face. And she's wearing a very long black dress as well too. So somebody in mourning, but heeds little to no attention as she walks into the room. Father, these are the guests that Jeremiah talked about. And the man turns to both of you and he goes, I'm sorry, I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Augustus Wayland. This is my house. And this is my maid, Rosemary. You've already met Jeremiah before. And last but not least, this is, Beacon of Lights, my daughter, Veronica. Veronica is about to achieve greatness this night. We're very excited for what's about to happen. We're going to have a little bit of a get-together this evening. And depending on how things work out with your vehicle, you might want to stay. It's a very interesting development that we have going on.
Oh, I think we'd best be going. Thank you for the invitation, but we are under contract to get to New York.
We'd love to stay, but we really gotta go.
We should be going.
Veronica even chimes in and goes, contracts? New York? What are you traveling there for?
Oh, well,
We're in a band.
we're performers.
That's incredible. What type of music do you play?
Jazz music mostly.
Jazz. I'd heard that was up on the rise. A couple of very well-known bands.
Oh yeah.
What is your band name?
The Smoky Dokies.
Huh.
You heard of us?
No.
Oh, not yet. Anyway, we, you will.
Yes.
If I may be so bold.
She looks confused when you said that too, by the way. And she goes, well, I'll have to, if you swing by this way, please, I would love to buy your record.
Oh.
I can make sure to provide our telephone number or address, and I'll make sure to be the first person there to buy it.
Thank you.
That is very sweet.
Super sweet.
It's at this moment that the two gentlemen are walking into the room behind Jeremiah, and you both notice that they kind of have a look on their face in a weird way as Jeremiah leads them into the lounge. He goes, gentlemen, feel free to take a seat anywhere. Rosemary, did you get them? Yes, Jeremiah. Yes, dear, I've gotten them water. They do have water. Did you gentlemen want tea as well?
No, I've got plenty of water.
Okay, yeah. There's water right in front of you as well. Florence and Holly, did any of you take a sip of your tea?
Yes.
I did.
Can you both roll Constitution for me?
Sure. 27, that saves for me.
Okay. Did you fail?
91.
What is your con?
50.
Okay. So you didn't fumble, which is good. Still failed, though. The tea tastes like tea to you. It's warm, but something underneath it lacks. You're not sure, can't place it. This is the worst tea you've ever drank in your entire life. It tastes bitter and nasty. And even as you look at it, after taking a sip, you have to spit it out because you see mold flecks in it.
Florence, I'm sorry. Is there? I think the tea bag probably just must have ripped or something. It's not. It's great. I mean, well, it's not great.
Rosemary kind of looks over at you and goes, "Oh, yes, I'll get you some more. I'll get you some more tea, if that's okay."
Thanks, that'd be great.
I do apologize
She
for my
starts
friend.
to shuffle away from you all back towards the kitchen itself. And Augustus kind of takes a moment and goes, "Well, at least the water tastes good, I hope. I apologize for that. Rosemary normally is on top of that."
Tea bags rip.
You notice something else too, that even as you drank from the tea and you saw the mold flecks to it, you also noticed rats running around on the floor for a second. Everything turned blue in a way, and you're sitting on the couch, and no one else is there. Everyone else is gone. You're sitting inside of an abandoned house. Dust and mold and spider webs. And then everything snaps. And you see all your compatriots sitting around you, as well as the other folks that have met you. Can you give me a sanity roll, please? What'd you roll?
63?
What's your sanity?
60?
No,
How much sanity have you lost so far?
0. I'm doing pretty good.
You'll lose 1 this time.
It's not so bad.
Could
be worse?
Worse. Could we down?
You sit there with a little bit of shock on your face as you could have swore you're sitting inside of an abandoned house, but you're not sure. And you're looking around at your compatriots who are sitting around you too, and they seem unnoticed, unfazed. While that happens, can the rest of you give me spot hidden rolls, please?
$21 saves.
9.
It's an extreme success.
Don't
You succeeded as well.
60.
You succeeded as well.
Oh no, I failed.
You failed. Okay. You're oblivious. You keep thinking about the events in the garage. You are having your own episode. But you
We're
two,
freaked out at this table.
as you sit there and Augustus appears to begin to talk, it sounds muffled in a way because you seem to be distracted by something in the background. As you are sitting there in the lounge, you look over to the doorway of the dining room, if you remember correctly, and you begin, Lord, you remember this sound. It's a hissing voice, a growl, a low growl. It begins to rise and get louder and louder. And then, from the doorway, you begin to see a figure move into it, slowly crawling from the edge, and then standing up. She begins to walk in between the doorway, back and forth.
Sir, is that woman all right?
What woman?
The woman right there?
What I saw earlier.
You saw her earlier?
This,
Oh my gosh.
Wait.
This has to be.
Something behind you.
Turn around.
Turn around. She's right there.
You both see nothing.
For real? Yeah.
She looks like she's
right there.
forgive me, but she looks like she's deteriorating.
She begins to walk back to the doorway. And ultimately, just disappear. Can you both give me sanity rolls, please?
Oh yeah, I saved 28.
92.
Oh
What is your sanity?
80.
Okay, good. Let's find out.
no.
You're gonna lose 4.
I told you. That's 5.
Is that 5?
Yes.
Can you give me a knowledge roll, please, Lord?
No. Where's knowledge at?
It's no or education at the top of your sheet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
51. Save.
Did you succeed?
I did succeed.
I love it when people succeed on their knowledge.
That's bad.
You,
So you're not supposed
you
to
don't
cool.
repent.
Woo!
See, the thing is, you really don't want a very intelligent character in this game. You really hope you're one of those people that repress horrible things that they see. Even figures that walk between a doorway. For you, this is going to be our very first temporary bout of madness of the game. So I'm going to roll a dice. And we're going to see what happens. Let me ask this, Lord. What are you afraid of?
Lord ain't afraid of nothing.
My.
What is it that you fear the most?
The Lord fears the most. Someone thinking he isn't as competent.
For the next 40 minutes, you begin to look at the other players, and they almost look like as if they're staring back at you, doubting you, wondering if you're as good as a player as you think you are. You begin to think inside of your head that your bandmates are probably going to cut ties with you as soon as they get to New York. Augustus speaks up at that moment as things happen. I understand it's okay to play pranks on somebody when you come into their house. But
No, sir. I assure you, no prank existed. I am of good breeding. I would never do anything of the sort. Please, could you back me up here?
Yeah.
Thank you.
You both didn't see anything.
I mean, no, I didn't see anything at that time, but they've never. It's not like I don't believe you. I don't know. I didn't see anything. Just that something's off.
I didn't see anything in here, but I did see something in the garage.
What did you see in the garage?
Man, Jeremiah got pulled off and, for all we know, skinned alive back there by
Oh,
some
what?
apparition, and then it was gone. And then he walked in and acted like he didn't notice.
Ricky, that's the same one.
Apparition.
The same lady?
That's the same one. That's what I'm saying. You couldn't see it?
No, I don't know what that word is.
Jeremiah, my butler, the one that was standing just here just now.
Yes, unless there's another Jeremiah here.
There's not. There's only one Jeremiah.
Please, could we just... What's going on with the gas?
Yeah.
There is no gas. They don't
What do
have
you mean
gas.
there's no gas?
They don't have
And
gas.
the car they have don't work.
You don't have any other cause, like no other.
No,
cause?
they get deliveries, whatever that means.
Jeremiah said we could use the phone.
Yes, yeah, you can use the phone. It's in the main hallway here.
Yes, call Mr.
Jeremiah-
Carter.
And
Someone.
Jeremiah walks back into the room and he looks over. Yes, yes, sir. What can I help you with? Can you make sure that this young gentleman goes to the phone? And Jeremiah goes, yeah, sure, of course, Sonny. Yeah, here, I'll take you out to the phone. And
I think before I go follow Jeremiah, seeing the Lord is kind of experiencing something, I think he reaches into his pocket and hands you his flask of water before going into the kitchen or going into wherever the phone is. Stay hydrated.
Do you take a swig of it?
Always.
Can you take a Constitution roll for me, please?
It's powerful stuff.
3.
You succeeded?
Extreme.
Okay, please gain back 1 point of sanity.
Oh my gosh. Look at what bourbon does for us. I mean water. I mean water. Water.
From the Florida Everglades.
Jeremiah takes you out of the hallway, out back into the hallway where the gigantic chandelier sits. And you notice the chandelier more. As you do look at it, I want you to give me a spot hidden roll, please.
No whammies. Ooh, a 3. Extreme success.
You look at it, and this chandelier, you didn't even notice it the first time before. It's big, ornate glass chandelier with these big electric light bulbs that run through it. But as you look up at it, for some of the bulbs that actually do have wires running to them, others don't. And some appear to be frayed or broken, which doesn't make any sense inside of your head. You've seen electric lights before. Wires have to be connected. How is this thing even powering right now, let alone some of the light bulbs?
But it looks like even the ones that are frayed and broken are powered and going.
Mm-hmm. Can you give me a sanity roll, please?
Yeah, there's something wrong with this place. Woo! Thank God. That is a 30, which is 1 point shy of a failure.
It's weird to you, but after having seen what you've seen in the garage, it's less weird, if you could put that into context for it.
Yeah.
And Jeremiah sees you looking at it, he says, oh yes, it's a great piece. Everyone talks about it every single time that they look at it.
Looks expensive.
Oh, it did definitely cost my master quite a good bit of money when he put it in.
Mind if I ask you about the wires?
What do you mean the wires?
The wires aren't connected. And a lot of those are bulbs there.
He looks up at it and he goes, looks fine to me, Sonny.
Oh, you know what? You're right. I'm no mechanic here.
Here's the phone right here on the wall if you want to go ahead and call whoever you need to call. There's a telephone book right there on the side table right there. I'm going to go check on Rosemary. She's preparing some things for this party tonight for the master and his daughter. If you don't mind, I'm going to leave you alone.
Absolutely.
And he begins to walk his way down the hallway into the kitchen, calling after Rosemary. What do you want to do with the phone?
Do I have, I'm assuming we probably have Mr. Carter's phone somewhere written down for ourselves.
Yeah.
Just like a business card or something.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever it is, I'm going to pull that out and just start dialing his phone number.
Start dialing the number to the, probably what he gave you more than likely was the hotel's number. Mm-hmm. And as you begin to call, it just rings and rings and rings and rings, but nobody ever picks up. But you do have a tone and you hear it ringing and ringing, but nothing, no one picks up at all.
I'm going to run an experiment. I'm going to dial 911 or whatever the emergency contact phone number in the 1920s is.
It doesn't take long. It's probably about 3 rings, and then all of a sudden you hear somebody pick up the phone. Hello, this is Arkham Central. How can I help you?
I'm terribly sorry. Wrong number. Hangs up. Okay, so the line works. Nothing funky going on there. Oh God. Did he give us a number for where he would be in New York? So where we could contact him in New York specifically, or was that the hotel number?
But he also gave you the phone number for the hotel that he's staying at in Boston as well, too, where he's heading to first. So more than likely, you might want to try to call there.
I'll try that.
So it's the same number you called before.
Got it.
You begin to call again, and call and call and call, and nothing happens.
Still no doubt.
Jeremiah steps back into frame from the hallway, and he goes, any luck calling? Did you call the garage? The garage is probably about an hour and a half away.
Hour and a half walk or hour and a half drive?
Yeah, drive.
Yeah, we'll give them a call too. I'll hang up and call the garage.
He looks at the phone book and he goes, I recommend these gentlemen. It's a father and son who run it.
What?
You begin to call the line, and all of a sudden you just hear, yes, this is Franklin & Sons Automotive. How can I help you?
Hi there, Franklin and Sons. My name is Ricky Tamberlin. I'm out here at I believe, the Wayland House in Arkham. I had our car break down about a mile off the road or so down here. We looks like we got a chip in the fuel line and need some gas.
Okay. What type of car is it?
Yeah, Rolls Royce.
Rolls Royce. As you hold the receiver to your ear, you begin to hear something again. It's a familiar sound as this person talks to you. Yeah, Rolls Royce. Yeah, we definitely get somebody out there to take a look at it. It's the hissing noise again. It's getting louder and louder.
What do you got some interference going on the other side of your line there, I think.
What are you talking about, son?
There's a louder and louder hissing noise I'm starting to hear.
His voice begins to fade away, almost to pure silence. As you start to hear something begin to laugh into the receiver.
I hate this house.
It gets
so
louder and louder.
I think I hang up the phone.
You hang up the phone. Can you give me a sanity roll for me?
Yeah, I sure can. Oh God, which ones were rolling well? Not those. It's a 71. Definite failure.
If it's not bad enough that you hear a laugh, you start to see a very familiar face look around a corner, the hallway of the kitchen, and begin to stare at you, laughing to itself as you feel no hope as to what is going on.
Okay, yep. Lord, I need that flask back.
It starts to mouth something to you. You're trapped here with me. You are in a prison of my design. And then as it begins to walk up the stairs, it starts to slowly dissipate. And then ultimately disappear behind a banister. Did you fail your sanity roll?
Very badly. Not like majorly badly, but definitely in the 70s.
Can you give me a knowledge roll?
Yeah, sure can. Okay.
Whew. 17.
Okay. You will lose 4 points of sanity.
Oh, God. Okay, so you said to let you know at the 5 point, right?
Mm-hmm.
What happens at the 23 point? Or sorry, no, not 23. I'm at 13 now.
How much sanity do you have left?
I started with 40. I'm now at 27.
Okay.
Bad at math.
No, it's fine. Don't worry about it. I got you.
Oh no.
Let's see here. That was weird, wasn't it? Hearing a laughter, hearing this thing talk to you about this prison of its own design that you forget about the last 4 hours. As you stand there at the phone, unsure of what you're doing here.
How long ago did we leave the hotel?
It would have been more than that. So you would have remembered leaving the hotel to go to New York.
Okay. But nothing else. Okay, yeah, got it.
But nothing else. As you stand there, Jeremiah looks at you and goes, "Is everything okay, Sonny? You look white as a ghost."
Where am I?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Who are you? Where's the rest of my band? We really got to be getting to New York.
They're just in the lounge. Here, I can take you to them. Is everything okay?
Yeah. Make sure that the phone's hung up because I think it's probably still in my hand, having not even touched the receiver yet. Just lay it down and follow this stranger into the place where he says my friends are.
Yep. He takes you back into the lounge, and as you were all sitting there in the lounge, did anyone drink from their tea?
Yes.
Can you both roll Constitution for me? You haven't even touched yours.
I saved 23.
97.
What's your Constitution at?
6.
Okay, it's fine. As you drink from the tea, Lord, it's the most disgusting tea you've ever tasted in your entire life. It's so bad you have to spit it up as well too, because you see mold flecks and other pieces of like mud and dust and whatnot inside of it, as if it's been sitting out for days.
Don't be rude.
Holly, you don't notice anything that he is seeing right now. Can you roll Sanity for me, please, Lord?
$86.
Oh.
Can you roll Knowledge for me?
48.
48. Okay, so you repress it. I'll say you lose 1 point of Sanity for that.
I'm at 5.
You're at 5. I've already given you a temporary bout for now. It's fine. I'll keep that. I like that one still. You still feel conscious about the rest of your bandmates. But then seeing this tea, you almost have to put it over to the side. You put it on a side table near you. And as Jeremiah walks back into the room with Ricky, who is just as white as a ghost,
Absolutely patting down his jacket, looking for the flask that he does not know where it is.
Oh, good. Did you get a hold of the garage?
The what?
The garage? You were calling for us?
I don't know where we are. I kind of try and huddle around my bandmates to kind of keep.
Did you drink too much water again?
Almost always.
Okay,
Holly.
we have to
Okay,
stop sending him to do things.
so nothing.
I don't think so. No.
Did you call?
Yes, I think so. I don't remember anything for the past.
Oh, do
Us
I have to do
leaving the-
everything myself? I will go call.
Thank you.
before you even do that, you hear, well, the most thing that you notice is that it was daylight outside. Are you sure it was daylight? But then now it's almost dark. Mid-afternoon even. The sun has gone down rather quickly. You remember walking up to this house, it would have probably been 1 o'clock, maybe even noon, middle of the day even. As you start to hear the doorbell ring, and Jeremiah goes, "Oh, it's Augustus. I believe that's probably one of the guests that's soon to arrive here." And Augustus goes, "Yes, Jeremiah, make sure you go see to the guest." Jeremiah picks himself up and he goes, "Yes, Rosemary will be back soon if you need anything." And Augustus and Veronica are still in the room with you all as Jeremiah walks around through the dining room and begins to answer to the door to whatever guest that is there. Augustus looks at you all and goes, "Are you okay? Is something going on? I'm not sure. You look white as a ghost, boy."
I think we probably need to get out of here.
Yeah.
Yes, I am quite tired, though.
We need to get back to our hotel, so if there's maybe a repair shop somewhere, like you don't have anything for us.
Yeah, Franklin and Sons. Didn't Jeremiah have you call them?
He doesn't even.
It's a very, very
The
good
sun
question.
is down. The garage is going to be closed.
That's probably a good point. But no, I don't recall having a conversation with anyone from Franklin and Sons.
It's weird. Weird. I can possibly go and give them a call myself.
Oh my god! Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
that would be
give
great.
me a second, Veronica. Make sure to watch over a guest, and I'll probably need to go talk to Jeremiah too. He's taking a minute with this guest that just arrived, and he starts to head out of the room itself. And as he does, Veronica just kind of sits there, and she's kind of smiling and happy, and just kind of looking at you all. And she's just like, it's incredible. I didn't expect new guests today. We'll be doing the operation tonight, and I'm very excited about what will happen with this.
The operation.
Yeah, what's that?
Well, to put it simply, do you believe in magic?
What sort of magic?
Let me phrase this better. Do you believe in God?
Of course.
Depends on the god.
What if you were able to talk to your own personal guardian angel?
Is this like metaphorical or?
No. Let me explain it better. And she goes and she grabs a book, and the book itself is blue with ornate white lettering on it. She goes, it's the Amberline operation. It's a bit of religion mixed into with the occult. And if you perform the operation successfully, unfortunately my father had tried it and failed, you will have the chance to be able to talk with your own personal guardian angel.
Are we talking about a surgery?
No, it's more of a ritual. No alcohol. You study all of the religious texts in order, and you keep yourself essentially pure for a certain amount of months. I believe it's 18 months. It's fasting and just drinking nothing but water. You have to even go so far as removing any sort of sin in the house. So there's no alcohol here at all. Can you all give me sanity rolls, please?
God. Come on.
99.
Getting
Okay.
worse and worse for our
18.
boy Ricky.
Who failed? Just lose one.
All right.
As she says this to you all, she has the most sincere and straight face. She believes what she is talking about. And she goes on to say, this operation, it's very precise. But like I mentioned, my father had tried this before. He is the co-head of the occult society in Arkham. He tried it before, but failed ultimately. And my father, being at the age that he is worried about trying to redo the operation again, what it might do to his frail body. So I've taken over, and I'm going to try and proceed with the operation itself.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Have you ever had a successful operation?
No. This is the first time that I'll be doing this. But I've done my research. I've done plenty of my research. Most of it, I've completed up in the oratorium, where I have most of my journal and writings and books. I would love to be able to show you all.
Well,
Why not?
maybe. All right.
Please, seriously, It's an amazing operation. It's an amazing piece of magic. Once you see it, you'll never believe it. I promise you that. What would you like to do?
Let's go upstairs.
Should we wait until the garage is
Yes, we should wait for that, I suppose.
just in case?
Sure,
We don't
we
want to
don't.
get. It sounds great. No, I'm really excited. It's just we'll wait, see what they say, and then we can go upstairs.
The phone is on the way to the stairwell up to my room. I'm sure my father will be there. So seriously, come with me, seriously. And she kind of guides you up out of the lounge, and you begin to walk through the dining room back into the hallway. But you don't see Augustus on the phone. But you do see Jeremiah up at the front door, and he's talking with a gentleman.
Do you have another phone?
No. This is the only phone at the house.
Can we just use it real quick since
Yes, you can feel free to use it if you would all like to follow with me. Feel free to use it. I think the number for Franklin and Sons is right there written on the paper there.
Thank you.
As you start to go onto the phone, and you all are starting to get to the head of the stairs, Jeremiah sits there and he begins to lead a man into the room. And he goes, ladies and gentlemen, this is Lester Goodman. He is a man from Arkham. He does antiquities. Lester, introduce yourself. And a tall-looking man enters the room. He's clean-shaven, absolutely clean-shaven. And he has his hair is very well kempt, a very well suit, and he's just smiling at you all. It's an unnatural smile. He has a piercing look to him. And as he looks at all of you, he goes, yes, I'm Lester Goodman, antiquities dealer. It's nice to meet you all. Jeremiah, cannot wait to see this operation tonight. And Jeremiah goes, yes, Mr. Goodman. And then Rosemary comes literally out of nowhere. You don't even see her enter into the hallway. And she goes, yes, Jeremiah, I can take Lester into the lounge. And Lester nods his head with still the same smile on his face and walks with Rosemary past. There's something about the way that he looks, even at all of you, that is just unsettling. It's piercing, almost looking through you in a way, almost doll-like. Who knows what it could be. And as Rosemary leads Lester away and Jeremiah begins to close the door, all of a sudden you hear the ringing of the doorbell again. And Jeremiah goes, yes, we're expecting 24 guests tonight for the celebration supper. And he opens the door, and standing in the doorway is Lester Goodman. The same smile, same suit, same kept hair as he steps in. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, sorry, let me introduce Lester Goodman. He's an antiquities dealer from Arkham.
We just met. Met you.
Some kind of.
Is this some kind of? This is a gag.
It's a gag.
It's a gag.
It has to be a gag.
No, it's no gag. And as Lester steps in, he goes, it's all right, Sonny. Don't worry. The others are arriving just now too. And you see 10 more Lester Goodmans walk up to the doorway, looking exactly the same. And they all start to pile into the hallway. All in the same suit, all clean cut, and the same piercing look. Can you all give me sanity rolls, please? Oh, Ricky's a dead man.
45.
Who succeeded?
I did.
If you succeeded, you don't lose any sanity. Who failed? You failed.
I started out with very low sanity, so we are
Ooh, I think I know what's going to happen next.
moving on down the
I'm
line.
at 6.
You were going to lose 2 points of sanity, sir. How much was that from last time?
That is down to 24.
Okay, I need you to give me a knowledge roll, please.
Right. No whammies, no whammies, no whammies. Whammies. Hardcore whammies, actually. 94.
Yeah, I figured.
Wait, no, I failed.
You did.
That's good.
That's a good thing,
Oh,
right?
wait, yeah, you repressed it. Yes.
Ah!
Look
Yeah,
at
yeah,
you.
yeah. Very good.
I sniff out the flask and Lord's check, and I'm just like, I need to borrow this back.
You're standing in a hallway with 20-something lesser goodmans all standing there, and Rosemary comes back out and goes, yes, gentlemen, you can follow me. I'll take you to the lounge and make sure that you have something to drink and tea as well. And they go, that's great. All in unison. They all go, that's great, Rosemary. Thank you so very much. And they all walk in a perfect line from the hallway into the dining room to where the lounge would be.
All right.
Whoa!
That must be a lot of twins.
That's not.
All I know is I want no more tea.
Weren't we gonna make a call?
Yes.
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 Veronica just is kind of oblivious to this and still leads you all, even as you see this event unfold, she leads you up to the second floor and she takes you towards the, if you look at the map itself, as you get to the top of the stairs, she's going to lead you into what is the chamber room. What you notice almost immediately as you walk up to the door of the chamber is you see the same ash again. It's lined at the bottom of the doorway, and you also see wax sealed in and around the doorway as well too. And it looks as if the wax is set there to seal the door. However, she is able to open it very easily, and open it. She does. And steps into a room. It's very large in a way that you could see it as possibly being a bedroom, a master bedroom, if you'd put it. And everything furniture-wise has been removed from the room, except for what looks to be a podium in the middle, a white podium. And above it is a very large lantern. It's very ornate. It's made out of stained glass, and it appears to be glowing as if it's lit. Can you all give me spot hidden rolls as you enter into the room?
76 fail.
Oh yeah, I failed too. 88.
97.
You're at the phone.
Extreme success with an 8.
I actually would love to use the powder room.
You like to use the bathroom?
Yes.
Yes, yeah. It's just right down the hallway, and she, you can see the water closet. There's even a WC on the door that's right down the hallway there.
Good show.
And you start to make your way, and basically, Lord and Ricky, you're standing there with Veronica as she leads you into the chamber itself, and she goes, yes, this is the chamber in which I'll be performing the operation in after we have a feast, and I'll step into here, and I can only be the only person inside of the room. Depending on what guardian angel this is, it can drive some people crazy in its own right and way. And you see all this. You see a very ornate podium in the middle. You see what looks to be some incense, and as well as some sigils drawn on the podium. You see this very large lantern that hangs overhead. And then you see over what appears to be a desk in the far left corner, and Veronica notices you noticing it and takes you over to the desk that appears to be leather journals. Whereas Ricky, you keep looking at this lantern, and this lantern is not right. It's not a paper lantern. It's not a gas lantern. It's nothing like that whatsoever. It appears to be made out of glass from what you can tell, but it's no glass you've ever seen. And you start to see what looks to be what's left of what little sunlight outside as it begins to get darker and darker. And when light hits it, it almost refracts in a weird way, as if it doesn't light the lantern or light enters into the lantern whatsoever and reflect off the glass. Light just hits it and it just disappears. No reflections whatsoever. But however, as you look in the room, you can start to see colored lights on the walls and even moving around it all over the podium. And it messes with you. You don't understand what's going on with this. And then you smell something. You smell a rotten smell. It stinks. It starts to linger in your nose. You've smelled this smell before, haven't you, Ricky? It's the smell of a body. And as you look over to the right of the podium, you notice a lump on the ground. And you're not sure what it is, but then as you step closer and closer to the lump, you notice it's a body of a female. It's in probably 2 or 3 weeks of decay. And you see what looks to be a very large wooden stick stuck through its chest all the way to the other side. And as you get closer and closer to the body, the smell of the rotting flesh filling your nose. Lord and Veronica are over to the side, oblivious to what is going on. As you step over to take a look at the body that's there laid on the ground, you realize very quickly that this is the body of Veronica Whalen, dead on the ground. This large pole stuck in the middle of her.
Can I look back to where I saw her last leading my friends into a room?
You look back over the desk where you saw her with Lord, and she's standing right there, talking with Lord.
Lord, get away from her. Do me a favor and get away from her at this moment. And I think at that point I just step aside and reveal the body to everybody.
You reveal the body, and Lord, you see it as well too. And you see the body of Veronica Whalen. And Veronica looks at it as well too. And as it happens, you start to hear a growling noise again. As Veronica begins to freak out. No, the operation was a success. No, I had to do what I had to do. I had to stop it. I trapped it here. I had to stop it. And she begins to step back towards the doorway as all of a sudden the door is slammed open. And the same person you've seen before runs into the room, grabs Veronica by her shoulder, drags her across the room in a quick motion, and slams her into the wall as she splatters into a million pieces, blood and guts flying everywhere. Can both of you give me a sanity roll, please?
Oh, God. 36. Safe.
You will lose 1 point of sanity, Lord.
31. Fail.
Let me see how much you lose.
It's bad out.
He's our driver.
So bad out here for Ricky.
4 points, and I need you to give me a knowledge roll again.
All right, now I'm at half.
Okay. Give me a knowledge roll.
85.
So you fail.
Repressed.
You repressed it.
I
You
hope.
see her get smashed into the wall by this. And as you do, you look away to see that the door is closed again and begins to open as Veronica walks back into the room again.
Oh, God.
Oh. What are you guys doing in the room? And it is there we will end the second episode of the Saturnine Chalice. Thank you for joining us. Can't wait to see you next time. And be careful of what you believe is reality. Goodbye.